So the first story that kind of captured my attention was the story about the Catholic priest, and
Okay, I will tell.
yeah, go for it.
Okay, so
Я молчу уже.
where I need to watch on
Давай.
okay. So first story is really interesting. We were on our position with guys working there, and we lived in really like it kind of house, broken house, but it doesn't really matter. It matters that to have a shower one time in 10 days, it's a great holiday. And you know what it means. And once came one of the Catholic priests to our position, and he said, I'm priest here, and I want to help you in any way that you need. So I just asked him about maybe he has a little bit better mat for sleeping mat, and because I know that some really often church have kind of humanitarian help for refugees, for needed people. So I asked him, and just in few hours he bring enough mats, and it was air plumed, so it was really cool because we're sleeping on the ground on the floor in
So how long were you sleeping on the ground without a mat?
on that time, like maybe we have some mat, but it was yoga's mat. This is what we have, really thin, and so maybe it was like 20 days already, maybe 30. I don't really remember right now what date. I can check, but it was like few weeks already. So he brings these mats, and I ask him, maybe his name is Vadim. I said, Father Vadim, and I know that often you have kind of hostels in your churches with shower rooms and with. Is it possible to organize somehow shower for guys? My commander says, "Oh, Misha, stop. We will control and we will take care about all of that." I said, "Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything stops, sir. I understand, sir." But you know what? Next day, my commander called me and said, "Misha, can you organize shower for guys?" And spoke with that priest Vadim. I said, "Of course, sir." And next day, we came when it was late, after 8 o'clock in the night, because that priest really want to take care about his church, and like it was strategy of saving, like safe strategy, is it correct to say?
Yeah.
Like kind of wise decisions that not a lot of people will see that he is really open to help. And we had shower that night, and my nickname in army is Padre. And when this Отец Vadim came, my guys just joking, and they said, "Padre, your friend Batman came." They called him Batman because of the Catholic priest clothing, like black. So this is interesting story because it doesn't take a lot of resources. It doesn't take a lot of money or something like. It just was really fast answer for need, and it's not. It doesn't cost anything, and it was just about that this priest Batman, yeah, he has a heart to help, to see the need, and to don't really stay away from this need. And it was really encouragement that you see that people around you really support you. So this is a really nice story about Batman and shower.
Well, the thing that caught my attention the reason I asked you to share that is, you have a lot of support from the community in the Ukrainian army, and it's and I've seen this all over, where people are feeling the support of the community around them. Those people who actually lean into the situation and try to make a difference. And from what I've seen, these people are almost always in the body of Christ. They're part of God's family. That's my experience in Ukraine. So it's very inspiring for me to see that, but it's also on the personal level with the soldiers. I mean, they're feeling cared for. That priest didn't have to come.
I think that a lot of Americans do not really understand how army can be in need.
Yeah, it's true.
And
it's true. That's true.
Just few explanations that we had army with 250 peoples, and it was not the best army at all.
250,000.
250,000 people, and a lot of our presidents in the past doing everything that it will not be the best army. So it have a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of
bureaucracy and corruption.
Corruption, yep.
Yeah.
And right now it's really changed because army start to lead it by really, but by people who really want to change it. But second question is that we just invite 100,000 territorial, how you call it, reservists.
Reserves. Yeah,
Reserves. So it means that this departments just forming, and they are just growing up from nothing in few days. And it means that army was not ready for this 100,000 new guys, and sometimes
100,000 soldiers without helmets.
Yep.
without bulletproof vests,
and
without vehicles to drive around in.
Something,
right?
Some help comes from foreign countries, but sometimes it's longer way to be in right place in right time. This is how it works. That's why this help of communities with even this sleeping mats. It's a great feeling of support, and this is how it works.
Yeah.
And this is why we still alive, and why we impressed all world about our army. So
well, and Misha is a Christian, and his wife is also a Christian, and so their experiences as insiders into this difficult situation is, I don't know, for me it's inspiring. But I wanted you to tell the story because your wife ended up in the hospital for some reason a couple weeks ago, right? And so she's there, and maybe you can share what some of the things that she's observed.
Okay, okay, we married for last 21 years, and we have 5 kids. 4 of our daughters right now in Germany, 1 came back, so 3 of them in Germany, 1 in Ukraine, and my son is waiting to came to army. So it's I tell you a little bit a story why my wife got to hospital, and I am in army right now in positions, so she had insult about all of that thinking. So she went to hospital and staying there, and Ukrainian hospitals in Vinnytsia actually are full of soldiers, of Ukrainian soldiers who was shooted and bombed by Russian army, and like almost all of them without leg or hand and all that stuff. And every day what she saw in her department, in her clinic, that like 10, 20, 30 people came new, like fresh people who they organized new surgery room. But the story was about two guys. I came to bring. I don't know why, but I was on. I came to hospital to bring her home because I was on my way to another position. So I was in uniform with my weapon
Weapon.
and
Kalashnikov.
the Kalashnikov.
Kalashnikov.
In my bulletproof vest, so I was nice, completed, yeah? And I saw two guys who came out to smoke in the yard, and they saw me as a soldier, and it's so I saw that some like eye contact was, and I had few chocolates in my backpack. I decided to came to them and to spoke with them. And you know, these guys, one of them was without leg and one of them was without hand. They are sitting, smoking, and I came with chocolates and like give it to them and said, like, guys, take. I don't know really what I said to them, but they start to ask, so how is guys doing? We hear that it will be second wave of mobilization, and you know I tell them that for each position that they were before, we have 5 more people who is standing in the line and want to join Ukrainian army, and that because they were so sad. They said, you know, Misha, our wartime is finished. We are not useful now. I said, guys, don't really care because we will take care about all that, and your empty place will be full by another Ukrainians guys who is standing in the line. And right now we already completed 100,000 fresh soldiers, but we have line from 500 people who want to be in army right now and who want to fight for freedom, for our children and our wives and our land. So, and you know, they cried because they saw the support of just good word, and you know, and this is what also interesting. They don't really need something because they have help from hospital. They don't really need chocolate at all, but they really want to speak with somebody, and this is what I saw the great need of our presence in military hospitals, just to be with them, just to help them, maybe to take care about relatives who came to visit these guys from different part of Ukraine, but maybe even to take care about laundry of these relatives who came. So this is what our churches can do, and this is what I spoke with my leaders in my church, and we spoke with them, and this is what happened. Just to see need where it is, and it's not really difficult in Ukraine to see need, and it's not about great resources. God has all resources in the world, but He wants to see His children who can see a need and just to pray about this need and to take care about this need. This is how it works right now. So I see a lot of need to be with soldiers and to take care about them, about their feeling, about their fears, about their needs.
Fears and needs.
And about and to share gospel with them through helping in this need. My wife got to hospital, and she saw another need with that invalids, war veterans. And she just bring flowers to two girls. They are also
Female soldiers
female soldiers.
that were
that were in hospital, and you know, it changed their day. It changed their mood. It changed their like vision that someone take care about them, and it opened the door to spoke with them for the rest of the day.
Yeah, so I was interested. It was interesting what you said earlier.
What?
Well, a lot of volunteers come.
Yeah, and
they give something and then they leave.
Yeah, that girls.
But when you're in the hospital, they realized you weren't leaving right away. Then they talked.
Yeah, the first what they asking, are you volunteers to my wife? And she said, no, I'm here just saw you and want just to say hello to you and just to say thank you. And this is open their hearts. So for church right now to be present there, not just came, sing, pray, and run away. It's kind of a poem. But just to be present and just to be silent, helping with need, like Christ did. He helping in need, and then he tried to open gospel. This is works always, and this is what I see. It works right now. Yeah. Okay.
So, I just thought of the verse that God spoke to me about what I saw, what I could do, and it was Jesus went about doing good. And I thought to myself, there's a war in Ukraine. I know people there. Is there anything I can do? Anything at all? And I thought, no, there's nothing I can do. I just have to pray. And a lot of people are praying. But then I thought, you know what? Maybe somebody needs some resources. Maybe somebody needs some money. So send out a letter, and the money started pouring in. And that's why I'm here. You know, I'm visiting people and trying to find out where these resources go, if more are needed. Yeah, Jesus went about doing good. And that Catholic priest, you know, stood up, walked out of his church, and walked over there.
Yeah, this is what...
Your wife saw two women, soldiers, who were filled with wounds and holes, shrapnel wounds, and she didn't walk by the door, she walked in the door.
Yeah. Just with small present with flowers, and it's open hearts.
Changes everything.
It's not about money, it's not about anything. It's just about seeing need, being close. And one of the guys today, one of my commanders, he asked, so it's my new department, and he asked, so Misha, what is your nickname? Padre? I said, yes, sir. And he said, maybe God sent you to us. I said, maybe you're right.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Commander позвонил.
Maybe. I will check.
Хорошо. Thank you for your time. And thank you for your service.
You know, thank you for everything you're doing. And you doing a great job. And this is what we also spoke with Dave, that we are feeling that we are members of the family.
Yeah.
And that's why it works, because we don't have bureaucracy, we don't have a long way of communication. We know that we are soldiers of Christ, and we work like as soldiers right now. And but in other way we are much closer because we are brothers. And I know that you know that Dave is your brother, and he knows that I am his brother. So this is kind of network. And it works because of God's grace.
I wanted to make it personal. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I wanted to make their contributions personal. Yeah. And it's been quite a trip. And Misha showed up at the train station at 4 a.m. so that we could have this little meeting, and he has to go to work soon. So, anyway, so
Okay. The end.
I have to show you what happened yesterday.
Okay.
Если времени